Okay, this is actually serious. There's a couple of things that I need to get off my chest, and there's a couple of things that a couple of you really need to understand. This is going to be a Solheim rant, so you've been warned. I've decided to write this down into a script instead of just talking about it freely, so if it looks like I'm reading off a script, it's because I am. This is because I want to make sure I word myself properly, as this is a topic that I care deeply about, and I want to get the actual facts out there. So, here we go. As you might have noticed, I have been uploading a hefty amount of Classic WoW videos recently, heavily focused on both Classic Era, Classic WoW, and Classic Hardcore. And this has caused some reactions, which I have noticed in the comment section, and to summarize it all in one sentence, which I've seen once or twice: you are milking Classic Hardcore, please stop. That being said, if you go back only 1 month in time, I was doing the same thing for Turtle WoW, and if you go back in another 1 to 2 months in time, I was doing the exact same thing for Dragonflight, and if you go back another 3 to 4 months in time before that, I was doing the same thing for Wrath of the Lich King Classic. What I'm trying to show you guys here is that I have been doing daily uploads for different versions of the game for a very long time. If I am milking Classic Hardcore, then surely I must have been milking World of Warcraft in general for just about a solid 3 to 4 years now. In which case, is it really milking? And if so, what am I milking it for? Let's talk about it. Revenue. Some people seem to think that I have been milking Classic Hardcore for ad revenue on YouTube. This one I kind of get, because a lot of people want to be content creators, I guess, and you want to think that whatever you want to become is actually luxurious, right? Being a content creator is being painted as a very luxurious lifestyle. You can sit back, play games, get paid, and once you hit a certain mark, it is expected that you are making an absolute bank off of what you make. Well, let me show you exactly how much I make then, literally getting the facts out there, and you can decide for yourself whether I am in this because I love money, or if I'm doing this because I love making content and I love playing WoW. In April, the current month we are in, I have made 914 bucks, and I have made 22 videos. In March, I made 1,171 bucks, and I made 36 videos. In February, I made 572 bucks, and I made 36 videos, and in January, I made 900 bucks, and I made 43 videos. On average, each video takes me 5 hours to make. Some are considerably shorter, like this one maybe, or others are considerably longer. It depends on whether or not I edit my videos, and whether or not I script them. This one, for example, is scripted, and my one rule is that I script any videos where I make in-game guides. That way I can deliver the most accurate information possible by researching and scripting. That being said, some of my recent videos you have seen me done on stream, they are considerably quicker to make, since I literally make them live on stream and upload them directly to YouTube. The upload process still takes about an hour, including making a thumbnail and doing the SEO though. Some of my edited guide style videos takes up to 10 hours each, and taking this back to the numbers, this month 22 videos times 5 hours each equals 110 hours spent to make 914 bucks. That is 8.3 bucks per hour so far. Last month, 36 videos times 5 hours each equals 180 hours spent to make 1,171 bucks. That is 6.5 bucks per hour. February, 36 videos times 5 hours each equals 180 hours spent to make 572 bucks. That is 3.14 bucks per hour. In January, 43 videos times 5 hours each equals 215 hours spent to make just about 900 bucks, and that is 4.2 bucks per hour. Now, you might see a trend of the cash per hour going up here, and think to yourself, your hourly pay rate doubled from January to April, so continue like this and you will start making real good money. And no, I won't. First of all, the hours I counted here are only my hours spent making videos. I also stream about 6 hours per day, which would literally cut my hourly pay rate in half. Also in January, January is known to have the lowest month in terms of how much you make in ad revenue on YouTube. Your RPM is literally cut in half since December, right? Now, don't get me wrong, I am incredibly fortunate to be able to make content and get paid for it, but I think people have a false expectation that just because I happen to get some views every now and then, I must be making insane money on this, and I want to show you exactly what's going on here. Trust me when I say this, if I wanted to milk Classic WoW or World of Warcraft in general, this is how you do it. Post daily videos leading up to an expansion launch and up to 1 month after that expansion launch, and upload daily videos in December, preferably like as many videos as possible in December. Other than that, simply don't upload, or upload 1 video every 2 weeks or 1 video per week. The fact is that by uploading when there's hype, like during an expansion release, or right before a new version of the game comes out, you will get literally double or triple the views you usually get, because the hype drives more interest. The fact that I'm uploading frequently, year round, no matter what, like regardless of whether there is hype or not, should by itself tell you that I'm here because I love making content on the game and I'm passionate about the game itself. Referring back to how many videos I usually post, the amount of videos I'm currently posting on Classic WoW is actually 1 step down from my usual frequency of uploads, because I have actually not cared about the frequency. I am not posting videos daily just to post daily videos. I am posting content I find worthy of posting because I love playing the game, and I consider myself to be a creative person, and I get so many ideas that I want to talk about and I want to put out there. It's that easy, right? Now, what you guys are seeing are some of my videos getting 10 to 20k views, and you think, this guy is getting paid so much for them, but in reality, my RPM on YouTube is close to $2, which means if one of my videos gets to 10,000 views, I get paid $20. Now, you can go to my channel and take a look at how many of my most recent videos actually have 10k views or more, and think to yourself once again, am I really in this for the money? And if I was in it for the money, wouldn't I have a lot more sponsors on my videos? I mean, look at other YouTubers for a quick second, and how many of them actually have a sponsor in the video that they talk about for 45 to 90 seconds. So far, I have uploaded at least 1048 WoW videos based on my WoW playlist, and there's some videos that I forgot to put into this playlist as well, and throughout all of these videos, I have a sponsorship in 7 of them. That is under 1% of my videos actually containing a sponsor. I turn down sponsors pretty much every single week. Is that something I would do if I was going to milk this shit for money? Let me ask you again, based on the numbers we just talked about, what exactly am I milking here? To put this into a better perspective, I have never been able to sustain myself off of content creation alone. I am currently working 3 jobs while being a content creator, and I have been doing this for the past year. Actually, in 2023, 2022, I worked 2 jobs and I completed a study at the same time, while also uploading pretty much daily content, and this was during the Wrath of the Lich King hype as well. I am not saying this to brag, I am saying this to make a point. I do not need to milk YouTube videos just to make a living. I have a lot of better things to do with my time than make between $3 and $8 per hour if I want to milk something. I am not trying to be negative here. I could not be more thankful for having the ability to make content and have people willing to watch and listen to what I have to say. It just pisses me the fuck off when people fail to realize that I actually do this because I'm passionate about the game, and I hate it when people say that I'm in it only for the money, when you can obviously see that I'm not. I'm not blind to the opportunity of this actually being a possibility of making more money later down the line, but if you honestly think the only reason I have been uploading over 1000 Classic WoW videos in the last 4 years is because of monetary reasons, then hopefully these numbers could help you understand exactly how much, or should I say, how little I get paid for this. I also know there's an unwritten rule that a content creator should just sit there idly and let people say whatever they say and sit back and take it, basically be a punching bag for people to leave negative comments, but I'm going to punch back. I will also take this opportunity to say that I have been hiding all of these accounts from my comment section, so their future comments will be hidden for eternity, because to be honest, negative Andes that only come to my comments to be negative or push the agenda of me milking Classic WoW for money can honestly fuck off. But if you are one of those people and you want to have the ability to comment back, feel free to message me on Discord directly with an apology or something, and I might consider it. But honestly, being a negative Andy, you can go away from my comments. Taking this argument back to milking, this term comes from milking a dead cow, but what if I am the farmer and instead of milking the cow, I am simply taking care of the cow because I love the animal? This is how I look at World of Warcraft. This is a passion project for me, and it's a hobby. I have played WoW since it came out. It's been a huge part of my life, and this is a passion project for me, and it's a hobby. Like I said, I have 3 jobs outside of making content. I usually sit down and play, like when I come home from work, when I want to sit down and chill, I usually sit down to play WoW. It's my way of chilling, or just hanging out, or taking some time off from all the other things I have to do. WoW has been there for me through good times and bad times, and I personally just have a connection to this game, and I'm also passionate about making content about this game. Not because I need the money, not because I have to, but because I want to. Apparently, there's a huge stigma around content creators, whether that is YouTubers or Twitch streamers, that apparently all we care about is money, just because we make a small change from making content on a game we love. Apparently, once we start making content on the game itself, we are no longer allowed to love the game and do it out of passion. It's all about the money, right? What you might see is a video of mine talking about some news suddenly getting 20,000 views because it's a popular topic, and I spent about 1 to 2 hours making that video, meaning I made $40 in 1 to 2 hours. But what you are not seeing is the video I spent 8 to 10 hours on, which got 5,000 views, which means I made about $1 per hour, $1 per hour. And in this case, you might ask why I don't only do videos like the one that made $40 in 1 to 2 hours, which is once again why I would refer to this being a passion project of mine and me making the videos I personally want to make. The reality is, a lot of my guide videos don't get many views, but since they are guides, I know they will be helpful to someone out there, and that means absolutely everything to me. Now, the last month, I have also been streaming a lot on Twitch, and some of you might be wondering how I juggle 3 jobs, making videos and streaming 6 hours every single day, and the answer is, I don't. Two out of my 3 jobs are seasonal jobs where they are very busy certain times of the year and very slow in certain times of the year. Think of it like you're running a hotel in an exotic country. This is obviously going to be more busy in the summer due to tourists, right? On a regular weekly basis, when I upload daily videos every single day, I usually work between 8 and 12 hours every single day, and I make videos on the weekend. On a regular Saturday, I spend 15 hours making between 3 and 4 videos, and I replicate this process on Sunday. That way, I can usually make a whole week's worth of videos in one weekend, and in the event I don't get 7 videos done, one of my jobs is very flexible on time, and I can spend a couple hours of work on Sunday at work in order to get some extra time off in the upcoming week, so I can make videos in that time instead, basically trading work time from one day to another. I also skip social interactions and go into parties because I would rather make videos. Now, make fun of that all you want, but if that doesn't demonstrate that I do this because I want to and not because I have to, I simply don't know what will. Now, I also want to say that I do notice all of the positive comments on my videos, and I am so thrilled that you guys are actually enjoying the daily uploads, and don't worry, the way it's looking, they're probably going to keep coming, because simply I'm having so much fun playing the game. My goal is to keep you guys up to date with anything happening in the Classic WoW and Classic Hardcore scene, as well as get some guides and discussions out there. Now, the nice comments are actually what keeps me going. I read pretty much every comment, and I do usually try to reply to as many as I can, and I also have to say a massive thank you for all of the support on my stream lately as well, having so many of you coming from my videos over to my Twitch, which you can find a link to down below by the way, has been so wholesome. And I love you guys. At the end of the day, the positive comments far outweigh the negative ones. There's just about 99% positive comments and 1% negative ones, but I also feel like what was said in this video needed to be said. I also realized I talked about something very similar recently in a Turtle WoW video, but I feel like a lot of my Classic WoW or Classic Hardcore audience missed out on that one, due to it being in the Turtle WoW times. At the end of the day, I am done responding to negative comments saying that I'm milking Classic WoW for money. It is not like I'm milking a golden cow here and printing thousands of dollars. I am literally working for between $3 and $8 per hour on a good day, if I'm lucky. So if you think I'm here for the money, you seriously need to go back to school, because you obviously didn't learn a single thing. Either way, thank you so much as always for watching, and to the 99% of you who take the time out of your day to write positive comments, I sincerely do love you guys. Now give the video a thumbs up or a like if you enjoyed it, and check me out on Twitch, and that is pretty much what I have for you today, and I will most likely see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Peace!